All right. Yeah, somebody stopped me while every time I come out this office, man, somebody stop me. It's going down, man. It's going down and up in a major way. Down meaning up. Man, it's an energy game, bro. That's what I realize about this whole thing is that it's this whole this whole life itself is just like an energy game. That's it. Like people just want to be around good energy. You could say the same thing somebody else saying, but if you got good energy behind yours, they're gonna think yours better. That's exactly that's exactly what it is. And we are getting ready for that freaking live premiere, the movie premiere on the 21st. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I haven't seen it since it's gone into editing or anything, so I'm I'm yeah, I'm excited to see what it looks like. I might change my whole perspective on content creating, because but yeah, man. So how life in your world? Right, right, right. I was talking to somebody about this today. Ben, you met Ben when you was here. I was talking about him talking about this with him today is that the there I don't even know if there is an end. Like you get to an end and then for just speaking for myself, like you just get bored. Like you go into retirement or you could do this, you can that. You just get bored, kind of like I always gotta have like a project working that I'm working on. So like okay, prime example, YouTube right now is my new project. Like that's what I'm working on right now. Like that's my thing I can tinker with. Cause everything else is kind of systemized already. Like it's boring once it becomes systemized. So I always need something to like tinker with. So that's what I'm doing with YouTube right now. And seeing what you're doing, I'm looking at you and like everything you dropping is getting hundreds of views in a matter of hours, dude. That's crazy. Yes. Right, right. You're one man. Dude, the internet is crazy fast. Now they got I was looking in even oh, so the video you sent me last night about the dude telling the dude to he was struggling to make money trading 4x and he was like make content about 4x and you gonna make more money making content about 4x than you are making money in 4x. And I was like, duh, like that is it. That's the key. Like whatever your successes or failures are, you can turn that into content as long as like people are searching for it. Like that is crazy. Yeah. Hey, so I'm happy you said that because this morning I'm going to I literally recorded a video on dropping soon about this right now. Um, the video you sent me last night inspired me to like my thing is my thing because I'm all about the internet and mindset. And I realized like my content that I create about Chat GPT, those are the pieces of content that does the most numbers. So I asked myself today, I'm like, how can I continue to vlog, like the daily life type of thing, but incorporate Chat GPT into it. So I'm doing my daily vlog. I'm headed to the gym. And then all of a sudden I start thinking about Chat GPT. I turn on the camera real quick. And this goes hand in hand with the analogy you just used. Cause I'm going to the gym. Let's say I'm headed, let's say I'm heading north. There's no traffic in front of me because it's 8 o'clock in the morning. No traffic in front of me, but on the left side of the road and going in the opposite direction, traffic is backed up for miles. And I said to myself, I said on the camera, I said, if you're not using Chat GPT, you're gonna be left behind. If you're not using AI, you're gonna be left behind. And I said, here's a prime example. I said, I got it running through my veins. I got Chat GPT in my solar system. Like, I said, prime example. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. There's like two cars in front of me, and I pull the camera up, and I'm like, now look on the left side of the road. Those are all the people, no disrespect, that are going to clock in somewhere, doing it the old school way. And we need people like that. Don't get me wrong. But I'm using that as an analogy of like, you know what I'm saying? Like then the luxury of it was I'm in the gym working out. I'm like 30 minutes into it. I get a call from my son saying he's sick and he need me to pick him up from school. And it was no problem just to walk out of the gym and go do it. Nobody to ask, hey, can I go get my son? Is it, you know what I mean? That's that. And in that moment, I realized that's what it's about. Like, it's about moving in the opposite direction of the masses. And that's what this whole thing is about. Like, if everybody's going this way, you go this way, and you automatically gonna be the elite now. That's why your content working so well. 1,000%. 1,000%. Put yourself there before they get there. Right. Oh, bro, you giving me chill bumps, right? Like, I got goosebumps right now because of that. Like, because what you just said, that's exactly it. Like, that's it. Just living your life and but having this subject matter at the forefront of your day. Bro, that is literally it, right there. And like the format we're doing it in makes it 100% easier. Like, it makes it a no-brainer. Like, it's just like you take your content and you take your life and you build content around your life, and you just keep doing it. You just keep living. Is the daily you gotta be, because your numbers are definitely different on YouTube now. So you gotta still be doing income on the daily. Right. Right. Your shorts numbers are looking good too. Yeah. Correct. Correct. That might help get, that'll help get you subs and stuff like that. And if people I knew this one right here that you got, the undercover boss one. I know that one was gonna do really good. So I see you are sticking to like the formula of you're doing, let me see here. So you doing one a day now. Do you find that one to be easier than like having to come up with a hundred different topics in one day? Yeah, that's awesome. Right. So I did find a hack. I won't go over here, but I'll talk about it. Well, yeah, I'll go over here. Um, they ain't gonna do it no way. So I found that you could, if you already monetize, I found that you can go ahead and you can take a video that you already have that's already doing good numbers. So let's just say you take your most popular video. So your most popular, God Almighty, your most popular one is at 15,000 3 months ago. All right, so if you take that video, which is great because it's also 15 minutes 49 seconds long. So if you take that video right there and run that video as an ad, if you run it as there's a certain type of ad you can run it as. Um, I found out that you also get paid advertising dollars for that. Yeah, that's a major hack. Yeah, yeah. So I'll show you how to do it later, but I did find that hack out and I was like, "Oh my god, that's interesting." Like so you could take a monetized video, run it as an ad and then get paid off of the ad? That's crazy. Not to mention you can double dip, you can take a video that's already doing well and target your own YouTube channel and run your own ad on top of your own video. Right. That's like going to you going to gamble in Vegas, but you already set the cards up. It's like I might lose some, but I'm gonna win way more than I lose. So that's a really good strategy. And then what I'm noticing too, I'm looking at some of these titles like you just mentioned, and hold on, let me go to latest. Here we go. Oh, that's a good one right there. My life after the NFL. That's awesome. When did you do that one today? But here's the good thing about it though. You rank for, if I just typed in, like I went to my incognito screen and I just typed in my life after the NFL, and you number one for that. So that, although it might not have the views, because YouTube is also we got to remember, like it is a long term strategy too. Like just because the video don't pop off right now, don't mean it won't pop off in the long run, especially if somebody starts searching for something. So I like that you rank for that keyword, because I didn't even type in the word surviving that you have at the end, and you just rank for my life after NFL. So that's fire. Yeah, that looks good. Now I also want to do it from, let me do it from another browser here. Hold on, let me share my screen with you. That way we can see the same thing. Oh dang, I want to share everything. Let me do screen, entire screen. There we go. So I'll show you what. So I went to incognito screen right here. Go to YouTube, and that way it's not pulling from my history. Drop my life after the NFL, and then there you go, right up here. And then if I scroll down, you got, I saw so you on top of like Peyton Manning and yeah, Peyton Manning, Chase Claypool. So you on top of all of them. Orlando Brown Jr. That's what. Ooh, I ain't never look at it like that, but that is it right there. That's it. It is the stock market. Every bro, you should write that down. You know how you told me to trademark that last night? That right there need to be written down or trade, because it truly is. Because like every video is an investment. Every single one of them. That is powerful. Then you guys were smart. I love the way you covered up the NFL logo right there. Yeah, that's genius, because it truly is um it truly is like the stock market. It's an investment. Some of them are going to give you a short term. Here's the deal on YouTube though. It's almost better than the stock market. And the reason why is because it's almost it's and I'm not going to say it is, but it's almost a guarantee that it's going to yield a return. Absolutely. Hmm. I didn't Right. I didn't think about it like that. Like because when I just saw you coming up at the top of like Peyton Manning, the first thing I thought was he got prime real estate. Not only are you on top of Peyton Manning, you're on top of all the shorts, which we know they're trying to push more shorts. And the first short got 13 million views. So, but now I want to test that. I want to pull up my I want to pull up. Can you also see this screen too with ESPN on it? All right, so I want to test this because this is a different browser, and I'm gonna type in the same. I like to test because and I never really use this browser right here, so I like to test to see if it's true for this browser as well. There you go again. There you go again. I mean, it don't lie. The proof's in the pudding, man. That is fire right there. And but you see how it's different though. Like that's why you can't just trust one because your logged in version of it is gonna give you one type of feedback. Then your logged out version, but on your main browser is gonna give you one type of feedback. Then your incognito screen version is gonna give you another kind of feedback. Then your browser on another you're pulling up another browser like Safari is gonna give you another feedback. Then you might go to DuckDuckGo and type it in from there, and that might give you another feedback. So I like to look at all of them when I'm like trying to get a true estimate of how this thing could do. Because look, this one now, so this one right here, 12 hours ago. This is the crazy part. You can't trust. See, this is why you can't trust. Because look, on my end, it says no views, but on your end, it clearly has views. So it takes a while for YouTube to show the public the true views of a video. 100%, bro. My TikTok is like that. My TikTok on my phone knows me. My TikTok on the browser don't know me. They be showing me all kind of weird, random stuff, and I'm like, none of this ever shows up on my app, but it shows up on the desktop. Correct. Correct. Now, have you ever heard of net neutrality? So net neutrality basically was a law put in place to make sure that that content wasn't being held from a certain group of people, and then that went away. That went away a few years ago, net neutrality. So a lot of people don't even think about it anymore. But this right here, to me, this is not net neutrality. What we just saw, like how it's showing up differently on different stuff, but it could be an example of it. So here's what it would mean: taking away net neutrality, meaning the internet is neutral for all people that have access to the internet. But when you take away net neutrality, now a internet service provider can say in this group in this area, when these type of people search for this type of thing, this is what we're going to show them. When that person over there on that side of town search for this type of thing, we're going to show them this. Yeah, so you also have to think about stuff like that as well. Like right now, it hasn't been a major red flag, but you see it a lot more especially during like the political season. Anything you Googled about one particular politician would be all negative, and then you Google something about another politician, it was all good. you, so but people have to so anyway, that's why this is important, because all right, case in point, I've been telling people that they need to jump on Chat GPT-4, and time again everybody's been coming back to me telling me um well, they got me on a waiting list, and I'm like, really? They're like, yeah, they said that the demand is too high. So this right, and as a capitalist, I got kind of excited about it a little bit, because it shows you that if you study long, you study wrong a lot of times. Like while people are people are really like, is it worth paying $20 for Chat GPT-4? And I'm like, if you got to ask that question, you missing the point. Like, um, right. I'll definitely take it now for sure. Like, what's that? Ooh. Ooh. That's what they doing. Man, that's a perfect way to put it. Cause I definitely be skipping some ads. When they call me, I'll be like, know if I even want to listen to this ad today. Another ad call. I'm like, first time ping. Boom. Oh, I saw I missed the call. Let me call back right now. Cause this my phone go skip the ad automatically because I'm on do not disturb all day. But if I see I missed the ad, I'm like, oh, I want to listen to that ad. You're right. That's exactly it. You're right. That's how we got to look at this stuff. The game has changed, and then like looking at everything like real estate, like where on the net in my like, all right, for instance, if we talking real estate, so right now if we talking digital real estate, and right now I want you to think about yourself as a digital real estate investor. That's what you are right now. You're a digital real estate investor. I want to that one right there got two ah that awesome. Oh, that would be good. Yeah. Um, right now you are a digital real estate investor, believe it or not. Like, think about this. So you got different type of investors. You got commercial real estate investors. You got um, residential real estate investors. You got people that invest in vacant lands. You got people that flip property. So right now you are in commercial real estate slash uh you're also niching in the Amazon sector of digital real estate. And so now you can see, I'll give you a prime example. Let me scroll down your page here and I'll make a prime example of this. So what I'm doing is allowing this uh I'm allowing a bunch of your videos to load here. We're going to go let's go 3 months back. So actually look at this. Isn't this crazy? Okay, I'm thinking I'm about to go 4 or 5 months back to when you started really talking about Amazon. No, we only right here. That is wow. But look at the shift though, and we need to leave this here because when people go back and study the success of your channel, they gonna need to see like where you were and how you shifted directions. Like, look at this. I love looking at stuff like this because this is human psychology. I do it to myself. So we go here and we look at, all of these videos right here that we genuinely love. You love talking about this stuff, right? You love talking about it. And then we see the kind of views we get, and then all of a sudden you like, you know what? I'm gonna just all right, I'm gonna drop one video right where is it? Right here and talk about Amazon real quick. And then 29 to 15,000. But then we're like, oh, and then 200, and then 126. And then we're like, man, I gotta go back to talking about other stuff. And look at the psychology of it though. Like, a lot of times we won't follow the numbers because the numbers are boring, really, to be honest with you. Like, we want excitement. We want to talk about something new. But and this is I'm telling myself this as well, because even the video you sent me last night got me thinking like, Robbie, your best stuff is with Chat GPT. Like, find a way to talk more about that. So that's what the numbers are telling me, right? That's what the numbers are saying. I can keep talking about all this other stuff as long as my heart desire, but my numbers say that people care more. And what I thought about when I was working out, and I thought about you this morning, I said, what you are doing right now is what it actually takes, because you're giving, through talking about Amazon and DSP, you are now giving people a reason to care about you as a personal brand. But if you try to get them to care about you as a personal brand without that, they was like, man, nobody don't care about that. We don't care about you hiking, or you know what I mean? So you're giving them, that's what Sam Sulek did. He gave that, like, who is Sam Sulek if he never gets on roids and start going to the gym and recording it, right? Like, what is he gonna do? Sit there and like, hey, well, I'm Sam Sulek. But it's because people are interested in what he's putting in his body, how he's working out every day, that they actually start watching what he had to say and started caring about him as a personal brand. So through this, you are giving people a reason to care about you as a personal brand. That's the fire part about it, because we live in a very self-centered world today, and I think that's a good thing. Because if we know that, then as a capitalist, we can capitalize on it. And here's what I mean by it. Being that I know we live in a self-centered world today, everyone wants to be a celebrity. Everyone wants to be a content creator. Everyone wants, and so everyone wants to have a drop shipping company. Everybody wants to do this and do this and do this. People, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. So knowing that, people care more about themselves right now than they care about you. But what they care about more than themselves right now is they also care about learning what they want to learn or watching what they want to watch. They only want to watch what they want to watch. They only want to learn what they want to learn. So knowing that, we can find out, okay, what do I do? What am I good at? What have I had success and failures at that other people are looking to learn about, that I can teach? And through me giving value to them through my content, now they care about me as a personal brand. It's reverse engineering. So you found a niche, and this is you are the definition of what it means. I'll say you and Tyler, because Tyler done it too. Tyler would get on TikTok and he grew to 100,000 subs or followers, and he talked about everything under the sun, conspiracy theories and all things that he's really passionate about, but never made a dollar. He turned his attention to crypto, couple of sales 8-9 months ago, went away from it again, started ranting on the internet again about random stuff. Videos went up, but he didn't make no money from it. Then he said, man, crypto. Went back to crypto, and now he's at like 900 subscribers in like 4 days, paying $24.99 a piece. So through crypto, now they care about him as a personal brand. It's the wildest thing in the world. It's kind of like nobody cares. Oh, it goes back to that old saying. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. What is it? Nobody cares about how much you know until they know how much you care. And I'll take it a step further. Nobody cares about you until you share something that they care about. So this is what this did. And the cool part, look at this. Your name isn't in it at all. If you go back and you got that in common with Sam Sulek. What's his? Let me type him in real quick. Watch this. And this is something I learned. His name is not in the title at all in any of his videos. People found him because he started out talking about leg day 1. That was it. So through that, now you showed up when I was searching for this thing. You look wild. Spring bulk day 1, legs. That's it. It didn't say Sam Sulek goes to the gym. And this is what I'm saying to myself as well right now. It don't say Sam Sulek goes to the gym. Sam Sulek squats. No, it's just like spring. So that's what you did with these here when you're like this title here. So now looking at it, okay, so what I was going to point out is like how much real estate you have on YouTube in reference to Amazon. So we got all your videos pulled up right here, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit Command F, and that's gonna come up, and I'm gonna type in the word Amazon. So just on your channel alone, you've used the word Amazon 252 times. That's strategy right there. That's real. That's digital real estate. Words. First of all, the everything on the internet revolves around, we could say code, but really on top of code, everything on the internet revolves around words. And then on words, so words are real estate on the internet. So if you can dominate a cluster of words, like if I forget that a word is a word and I look at a word as real estate, and I think to myself, okay, based on my research, maybe Amazon itself as a single piece of real estate is hard to profit off of as far as the word is concerned. But if I attach three other letters to it and start putting out content that has those three other letters attached to it, which is Amazon and then DSP, now I just created I just latched on to a booming piece of real estate, a booming trend. And I built the little side building onto it called DSP. And now I'm dominate. Because not many people are coming up when people are searching for that, I can now stake my ground in this digital world of online real estate. That's how that's how powerful you have been with this strategy. Like you just said, you know what? I got it. All right, I'm gonna just start focusing. I mean, it took you from this video here, where you are right here. From this video, where was that first video? Meet CEO behind. Oh, I would be interested to see what happens when you change this right here. If you change that one where it says meet CEO behind $6 for delivery, I would say meet CEO behind 6 million uh Amazon DSP deliveries, and see what that one does, because that's a good opportunity right there. But then all right, so from here you got the success here, you got success here, and this could another one, add Amazon DSP to that as well. Um and then you went back to this, right? So you went back to this, and this is right. And it's hard to keep up with too. Cause it just like the internet, this news goes so fast. Like it's like, and then once the news is over, it's over. You gotta chase a new story. That's hilarious right there. Dang. That is crazy. So then you went back to it here. How to apply for Amazon DSP. Went back to it right there. Look at that. Boom. And then come back to it. I love this because we have to do this. If you look at my page, you see the same thing over and over again. It's like, and I really want to talk about this because it's like, but business, really, business is very. I heard somebody say this many years ago, and I resisted it like I resisted anything else. A friend of mine at the time told me that I needed a system. He was like, "You have a system, and systems are very boring, and that's why you don't have one because they're boring, and you like excitement." And I was like, "You right, but I still don't want no system. Like, I like to figure this out every day." He said the reason why you wasn't really successful as you could be is because every day you reinvent the wheel every day. And so now you've gone from reinventing the wheel every day to finding a system and just duplicating it. The challenge is going to be where people get burnt out. The challenge is going to be because the system is boring. Like, you know what I mean? People have stopped. They'll burn out. They're like, man, I'm just tired of talking about that every day. Bro, man, I thought about that today when where was I? Oh, I was getting gas. And I saw the same. I hadn't been to the store in a long time. It was at like a racetrack. And I saw this same guy at the same store that I hadn't been to in months. And I'm like, he was in the same spot. And I was like, I gotta give you props on this. 'Cause this right here, and then he was like, he tried to get one little glimpse of like freedom in his mind. Like he looked down at his phone to like scroll on. I'm just gonna imagine TikTok. And then one of his employees, his coworkers called him, hey, hey John, did you get the cups out of the thing or whatever? He was like, oh, like he got snatched back into the system just for that moment. And I feel you on this, but I respect it, but not me. Like I can't do it, man. I come in the office. I take a different way to the office, damn near every day, just to switch it up. But with the content, it needs to kind of be a system. Like even if you switch it up, you look at what you've done. Like the proof is in the pudding. You got a good system, and you get your kicks and giggles, and you make it different and entertaining by doing different things and talking about different subjects. But you got a system as to how you're doing it. That's genius, man. Like the proof, they running it up. So yeah, you still up there. So if I do Amazon DSP, so you still there for that keyword too. So more content around that keyword as well, because I want to get you. I want to see you here. Like this one might be a good title to like piggyback off of. But especially during the holiday season, um, what I was gonna say, what was I about to say? I had like people say you can't think of two thoughts at one time. I beg to differ because I think I can. Um, dang, it was like really really good. It was a strategy. Dang, okay. I came here for a reason. Let me go back here. I really had a really crystal clear. It was a crystal clear strategy. You said just now. You said we was talking about Groundhog Day, and then you also, huh? Right. Yeah, I was talking about the gas. I had two. I had literally a thought here, and then another thought right here, and this thought took over. This thought was like, say that all the time, all the time. I'm always wasting an idea. I feel like I'm always like like, dang, I should have took advantage of that. I should have said something about this. I should have wrote this down. I should have made a video about it. With videos, I'm getting better now because I got the 360 and it's easy for me to just whip it out and just start recording real quick. And I get to capture that thought. So I'm really good with content. I got so much content I haven't even begun to put out yet. But I know through seeing what you're doing, I now know what I need to talk about because that's a corner of the market. It's hot right now. It's like the guy said about the forex trading last night. Go look at how many people are searching for that. They telling you what they interested in, and all you got to do is create content about that. You know, that just piggybacking off of like what people are searching for, and then living your life and making content based off of that. That is the formula with maybe a crystal clear call to action. And I've seen that you guys are switching up thumbnails too. Are y'all experimenting with like chat GPT thumbnails versus like the other ones? Right. Right. I like that. I really, really like that. I'm looking at your AI. I'm trying to see if I see a difference between your AI generated views. Right. Exactly. I mean, one video a day is still a lot because most people don't do that. You know how hard it is for most people to do a video one day, and you was doing 4 long form a day. I love that. Like that is phenomenal. Right, right. Same amount of work. Well, actually, same amount of minutes, but less work because it's like with 4 videos, what I learned is like I got to come up with 4 different things to talk about in one day versus just having one thing on my mind and I can and just say it in 4 different locations and now that's the same thing as it just makes perfect sense to me. Uh, Absolutely. So your pathway to let's look. I'm gonna pull up my mind map right here too. Let's see. All right. So you see this? All right. Cool. So looking at what you're doing right now. All right. So basically, you've cornered this market right here for Amazon. I'm not gonna say that loud a bit, but you've cornered this market right here. And you're in. I'll say this: you've set your mark on this particular form of digital real estate. And then also, I'm going to put this in the green because this is how you've monetized, how you set yourself up for monetization up until this point. Now, as me and you talked about already multiple times before, there's a million ways we can monetize. But just because we can monetize that way don't mean we should. Cause the good thing about the internet is it gives you the luxury to not only monetize, but be picky about the way you want to monetize. Do I want to give this person all my time? Do I want to do this? Do I want to even talk to these people? Do I want to create this type of product or that type of product or this? And how much time I want to put in it? So you can be choosy about that. But as of now, what you've done is you have gotten into the C side of things, which is the courses. Now, this right here, in my humble opinion, and I'm gonna do this one right here as well. So, in my humble opinion, oh, let me slow down. I'm moving myself too fast. So I'm gonna do this one, uh, that one. I'm also going to do um that one. And the reason why is because I'm gonna put in parentheses that that you already getting ad revenue from this one. So this is where the excitement comes into place because it usually takes a while for the average person to even know what they want to talk about. First of all, we've went through that side of things. That's like when you decided to grow your hair at first. Like you decide to grow your hair and then you got to go through that phase of like where it ain't where you want to be type of you know what I mean? Like you see the end result. Like once I get to where I can get it braided, I'm gonna be good. But I gotta go through this other phase first. So that's how this is how this online journey has been like. And in 8 months, you've grown some hair and you've got it braided. Now you got braids. You're like, all right, I got some braids. AKA I've monetized. It's not as much as I want, but I've monetized. And that's a very and you've monetized in 2 months, really, because the other months was just like trying to figure out what you even want to do. Like, what do I want to focus on? What do I want to create? So that's the good part. So we already are in the green here, and you're also in the green here. So essentially, you're in the green in two areas already just in a few months. And the thing is, now it's all about increase. Not only increase the amount of, let's say, courses you create, but also, and probably most importantly, increasing the amount of people that know about these courses. How can we get more people to know about these courses? I'll give you a prime example. So if I do, I'm gonna see if I can do something here. Let's see if I could do something here. Oh my bro, this this Joker. Oh, it's out of here. This Joker didn't hit 2,763 paid members. Ooh! In a matter of days. Let's do the math on this. Hold on. This is crazy. Ooh! That no, it's not. No, it's not. I'm wrong. The other ones, so that's still good though. So it's at 365. All right, so 365, that's a big difference. So 365, but hold on, where are the no. Okay. Yeah. So there's 2,000. All right. So this is the numbers. All right. So I got too excited, but this is still good because it's only like 3-4 days in. So he's got 2,763 members, and out of those 2,000, so you got 2,763 members. Out of those members, active, he has 365. Right. So let's do $24.99 times 365 members. Bro, he's at $9,000 a month. Oh, hold on. Did I do that math right? In a couple of days? So times so 200 $24.99 times 365 members. He's at $9,121 a month in passive income in a couple of days. But if you look at the videos that are associated with that, you're gonna see 100,000 views. Um, so what I'm getting at here, the reason why I'm bringing this up is let's pull up this content. I'll show you this. Let's go here if I can do it because I might not even be logged in on this computer, and I don't know his. Oh, I'm logged in. Good. Um, right here, dude. That ain't even him. That's that's him, but that ain't him. Did somebody take away? They already didn't got to him. This him right here, I think. Hold on. What? Somebody else didn't got. Bro, did he get? He can't. He couldn't have got. Hold on. That's another one. That's a whole nother one. This is crazy. Hold on. Let me see what. Let's see what his. Okay. Um. All right. So let's see. He changed his name because he got so many clones. Wow. There he is right here. Dang, he got that many clones. So look at these views though. If I go back, this is when it started going, wow. Um the reason why I say this though is because through these views, I just got so excited I spit real quick. Through these views, more people have become aware of his. Look at this one. 796,000 views on this video right here. And this was only 5 days ago. So right. So because now he's got more exposure, he's telling more people about his course or monthly subscription, and that trickles down. So let's just say over the past couple of days, he's got, I don't know, 2 million. He's got in front of 2 million people. No, it's way more than that because here's 500,000 right here on that one video. But let's just say 2 million people. Out of the 2 million people, that trickled down into 2,763 people actually going to the site and trying to sign up for it. And then that trickled down into 300. Now he just got two more members. We just went from 364 to 366. So that trickled down to 366 people actually becoming a paid member. Plus, I think he's done 50 phone calls. at anywhere from $199 a phone call to $400 a phone call in days. Now, it didn't take him days to like start like he's been on the internet. He's been on TikTok since I was on it. Since I first got on it. But I had a call. I said, "Listen, you got to do this, this, and this." He's like, "All right, let's do it." We did that 8 months ago. Built it. He stopped talking about it. He did like you did. He went away from talking about it for a while. Look at this: celebrities versus God. Billions will be made. He started talking about everything. Then he would go back to crypto, and then he would talk about oil and water and da da da. Da. None of it making him any money. And then I said, "Man, you got to focus on the thing that makes you the thing." And that's when he started talking about that again. And then all of a sudden, boom. Now the views are associated with money. That's why we can see somebody dancing on TikTok, and then in the next video, he's like, "Yeah, I'm homeless." Like, you got 3 million followers, but you homeless because it ain't about the followers. Your followers will literally watch you tap dance yourself out into the streets because you don't have anything of value for them other than entertainment. But with him, he has substance. He's teaching people something. So you can even do something, think about this. Like I told you the other day, I said, you have done something that 99.99999% of the American population will never do, and that is go to the NFL. That in and of itself is a course. How to start mentally preparing your child for the NFL. How to, talking about more so talking about the mindset related to it. You know what I'm saying? And then another one could be how to mentally prepare yourself for life after the NFL. Your whole life is a course. I know people talk crap about courses all the time, but those people are not too smart. Because if somebody's correct, correct, correct. They'd rather keep doing the same old system, going to college for 4 years or longer, and by the time they get out, it's outdated information that's only paying you 60,000 a year tops. But they want to crap on a course that costs $200. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. But everything all your successes, all your failures are a course. Everything, all of this is called. This is what I call how can I monetize my life? Not the thing that I think people like. It's always the thing that is so obvious that we think it ain't that thing. Like it's always like, no, I want to show people, I want to create a course on how to climb a mountain, although I've never climbed one. Like, it's always us thinking about that. Like, that's got to be it because it's that exciting thing that we've never done, but we think other people are interested in it. But really, it's the boring thing that we perceive to be boring or normal that other people are like, man, how you do that? How do you how did you do how did you do that? Like, what is the mindset? Talking about how to avoid one thing that keeps people out of reaching higher levels, especially um especially African American kids, is like getting in trouble. Like, you get in trouble, that's going to alter your chances of making it into the NFL. Um Talking about for young men also how to not how to stay away from women or girls in the beginning so that you don't deter your chances, like how to prep yourself for the all of that, everything that you've done to avoid the adversity that could have came, and even the adversity that you did overcome, all of that is a course. How to train like an NFL player, even if you're not into sports or going to the NFL. That's a whole nother mindset, because now it's going to show you how to attack everything. It's like you said the other night, last night actually. A lot of football is watching plays ran by the other team and watching us play, looking at the other team's mistakes and success and watching our team's mistake and success. And so, what is that? Mental preparation. So your video could be a part of that course. Imagine, imagine you got a course, and this is not far fetched, but imagine you create a course about mental preparation for the NFL, and then it gets so much traction that now they're making their students and their players watch it in college and high school. Now you've entered the traditional education system through the back door. So a lot of times we right. So a lot of times we think that look, there's nothing on here. Look at that. Nothing. There's nobody's made a course on that. Right. When I published my first book, everybody was like, "Oh, look at this one. This one's doing good. Become a professional football soccer." So sports is selling on here. Wow. But everybody was like, "How does it feel to be a published author? You got your book in Barnes and Noble, you got your book in Amazon," and I was like, "That's cool," but I'm more excited about my books that are in the books on the counter at that tattoo shop. And they would say, "Why is that?" And I would say, "Because that's the only book in there for sale." Right? So if I'm the only book in there for sale, aka if I'm where nobody else is, it increases my chances of success dramatically, because ain't nobody else there, you know? So that's what you're doing here. This is real estate again. How can I capitalize? How can I leverage the power of words and digital real estate to go where nobody is, but everybody's looking to go? Because like if I do, yeah, yes, that's exactly it. Did that other one come down? It says three. Okay, it's right there. I'm trying to maybe it's not SEO'd in there yet, because I just typed in those two words and it didn't come up. So that's what I was. Yeah. So that's a good one. Like, man, the mindset behind that. Now you got, now you truly have, all right, it is coming up when I type in it long form. But now you got this digital real estate that's sitting out there that it's like real, it's truly like physical real estate. I'm going to invest in building this commercial property, and if you build it, they shall come. That's it. That's literally the process. Like, let me think about all the things I've overcome in my life, my successes and my failures, and let me turn that into education. Because now education is here. Here, education is here. Amazon and YouTube and Google and Chat GPT, all of that is disrupting education. And there's something when I thought about it, I said, okay, will AI, will Chat GPT, will all of that stuff disrupt the need for online courses? And the answer is an overwhelming hell no. And the reason why is because first and foremost, AI doesn't have a personality. AI also doesn't have stories of how it overcame something. AI also can't pull up a screen and show you how to do something. AI also can't jump on the phone as of now and talk back and forth to you with you. But most importantly, those first three things that AI can't do and will never do, and if it does do that, then it'll be fabricated information anyway. If it's like, oh, let me tell you about the time I went to school, and AI didn't go to school, right? So it's those real human stories, those real human connections that makes it to where your form of educating people will be valuable to people for many, many years to come. And right now, it's all about, they got a season for planting and a season for harvesting. And right now, we're in the season of planting. But the good part is a lot of the seeds you've already planted have already started to grow and you're eating off of them. Yes, yes. Hey, that's how it started with me, man. That first $35, I was like, hold up. I just made $35 online. Oh, snap. So that means that if I do this a million times, that's it matter. That's it, man. So now it's real. And that's the thing that people so I'll tell you the phase I went through. The phase I went through when I started making money online, the phase I went through was this. The first thing I did, I jumped on the phone. I called everybody I knew. Hey, I figured it out, man. I figured out how to make some money, bro, on the internet. This is crazy. But I was only telling like my close friends. I would not make any content about it at all. But I would make content on my podcast about like mindset and stuff like that. And then one day I dropped a small little nugget in one of the podcasts. And then somebody was like, hey, man, tell me more about that Amazon. Because at the time I was doing Amazon, fulfilled by Amazon. But nobody was like, only a small niche of people knew about it or like talked about it online. You can find some information here and there. So I was like, I'm not making nothing like that. I'm doing this right now. I'm not making no content around that because I'm making money off of that right now. So when I was making money off the internet in the beginning, like very few people did it. And the other people automatically just assumed you were scamming people or something. Like that can't be real. You just told me you didn't have to go to work today and you made what? But now it's like common it's becoming more and more desired, especially by like younger people. Like they don't want to work for nobody like that. Right. Way smarter. They're like, listen, old person, why would I work harder for the sake of working harder when I can do it smarter? Why would I do that? No. The older they get, they might, they become hardwired into that perspective. But my philosophy has been to just remain young. Just keep being young in reference to always being willing to learn, always be willing to educate myself, always be willing to grow. Because if I stop doing that, I'm done. If I stop educating myself, I'm done. And that's the key, man. Like you own it. You are on it. You are on it big time. And everything you've been through, bro, is a testament to your success today. And everything that you've overcome is education that somebody that can help somebody else avoid these pits. Just like me and you doing. Like I'm like, bro, I remember I didn't know how I was gonna monetize like my personal brand in the beginning. I was flipping products on Amazon behind the scenes. But I can tell now that I went through the fire, I can tell you like, hey, you got to look out for that. There's a log over there. There's a bear trap right there. Do this, set this in the tree. This squirrel gonna come. I can tell you about. But man, I didn't have anybody like navigating me, right? So I would have loved. Oh, and all the people that were coming out with courses back then, it was all like, hey, if you want to make $1 million, and like it was that kind of stuff. And it's like, man, I can't stand that. Talk like a real human, first of all. So the fact that you're putting out real content that clearly shows people a day in your life, plus you're educating people on what it takes to not only get into the business, but become successful, build a team, develop high leadership skills, having self-motivation. You're teaching people all of that. And every single bit of that can be transferred into online courses, regardless of what these fuckers say, because they don't know shit. People that's like, oh, you're taking another online course. Shut up. How's school going for you? You know what I mean? How is school going for you? You cramming today? You cramming? You gonna cram? Cause because I'm cramming too, but it's green. Um, but that's what I'm talking about. Like you can take your knowledge and expertise. Another thing that's so dope about what you bring to the table is that you resonate with younger people and older people. I've heard young people say great things about you and older people say great things about you. So you are that happy medium that bridges the gap between generations. You look like a younger person, but you think like an older person in regards to how much wisdom you have. And they resonate with that too. So you have an opportunity to educate people in multiple ways. The sky is the limit. Another thing you might find this to be weird what I'm about to say, but it's the truth. Um, you don't have any kids. How did that happen? That's an online course. You know how many like seriously, how many people where that has been their I'm this is going to be very controversial, but it's been a lot of people's downfall. How do I avoid that when everybody wants, especially you in the NFL, every woman wants you at that point. You know what I mean? Like they're like, yo, Sydney, remember when you winked at me in 5th grade? Yeah, I remember that. Right. Cause the reason why I got a son, he's 16 years old. You came out of court. If you come out with a course on just the mindset of navigating high school, like how many people don't like they think high school is their whole world. Like you think when you're in high school, you think high school is you got music playing in your ear and everything. Like you walk down, you got, but how can you create things that people have trouble with in the real world? And that's where this online education is from. Regardless of how people feel about online courses, here's the truth of the matter. Watch this. I'm a numbers guy myself, and I always look at the numbers. Regardless of how people feel about online courses, it does not change the fact that 2.5 million people per month are going to platforms like Udemy through SEO every single month. 2.5 million people. And it does not change the fact that Udemy is spending roughly $637,000 every single month on paid Google ads. They don't care what people think about online courses. All they know is they running it up. If you can afford to spend $1 million a month on paid ads, how much are you making? How much are you really making? Jesus Christ. Here's how smart they are. I don't know if you saw this, right? Watch this. I'm about to Google your name. I did it a few days ago. They so smart. Let's see if they still doing it. They running a paid ad targeting your name right here. But it's going to your course. Look at that. You click that. There he is. You looking for him? We got him right here. Sponsor. It says 52 more people. Yeah, look at that. This is phenomenal. What I would do if I was you right here, and I thought about this. What about? Have you thought about putting your profile there so it's consistent across the board? Yeah, you are in the money. I want to show. I want to look at that on incognito as well because things change. See, that's what. First of all, let's not overlook the fact that when you Google your name, the first thing that comes up is the NFL. First and foremost, let's not overlook that fact. All of this is real estate. This says, okay, this right here, this badge right here says, all right, now everything else I say, you got to listen to me. Because this right here, you'll never get to go into this industry right here. So I have been here. So listen, now everything you say after that is valid. So then you go from IG to Twitter, which is good, linked, and then you go right into monetization right here on Udemy. Then you go to YouTube, which YouTube, see the numbers are inaccurate. Look at that. Saying that you only got that many subs, but it's more than that. And then we go down. I'm looking to see. Yep. So it's in the top. Where is it? Oh, I know why you're not coming right up right here as a paid ad. I don't because Udemy is smart enough to retarget me, and they can't retarget me based off of an incognito screen. Because the incognito screen is like, forget my history, show me something brand new. This is like, you already searched for him, let me show, or you already was on Udemy, now we're gonna retarget you when you search for this guy's name. But the fact of the matter is, people are coming over here on a consistent basis. Let's see something else. How many what's happened here? Let's go back. He was at it went up another one. One more. One more. So also I want to do this. I want to go here. Go to similar web. Dang, I can't stand these things. I understand they're necessary, but why? Like, geez. All right, so now I want okay. Dang. So from August 2023 to October 2023, Udemy as a platform has had 313.5 million visitors. That is insanity. 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 Let's see where you are here. All right, so it is going down here. You see that peak? That's gonna happen. These dips are gonna happen. But we all we got to do is look at what you was doing before versus what you're doing now, and you can. But we got it. You put all your energy right. You're putting all your energy in the thing that's working, and that's a good thing. Versus the thing that's not working. And we changing this platform anyway, so don't worry about that. We giving you the same thing we got. So right here, I dropped down in August, but went back up and kind of leveled out. So those dips happen. They just happen. I try not to get too caught up in those metrics because first of all, we got to just be happy somebody's even going, still using blogs. Like I'm happy people still reading blogs. Like I'm good. Like who reading that? Not me. But oh, what's up, Ken? That's Ken right there. What up, Ken? I didn't even see the article. I didn't even see the comments right there. What's happening? Good to see y'all. I forgot I was live, bro. I hope I didn't say nothing too crazy. No, I'm just transparent. It is what it is. Um, nah, it ain't for everybody. But this is a great strategy, man. Like just really looking at what you've done. But I really want you to think about like over the next couple of days, like, okay, what and I can send you some things that I'm thinking about just from the outside. But I know you if you dive deep and ask yourself, like, man, what's some things I've overcome? What's some successes and or failures I've gone through in my life that other people are struggling with that I can turn into an online piece of education? Because books are cool. Like becoming a like no like okay, this is gonna sound wild when I say this, but books are dope. Writing books are dope. I love writing books. But on a daily basis, people are gonna consume your videos way faster than they're gonna consume your online course way faster than they consume the book. But the book is there to say, here I am in long form, really dissect my mind. This is my story. This is what I'm teaching. But the online course is like a very concentrated version of a book. And it's also a very concentrated version of traditional education taught by a professor that you actually like. That's why you look at most Udemy view or reviews are going to be good because they're not going to even take your course if really if they can't stand to hear you speak. Like why would I buy something from somebody I can't even stand to hear them speak? Like I don't, you know, unless the information is that rare and that good. But think about like, all right, over the next couple of what have I overcome in my life that I can really take and turn into an online piece of education. And then also thinking about how you can take this keyword right here, like take this to another level because ain't nobody messing with you. Nobody's messing with you with that. But now own it. Like own it. I want to see what happens when I do this. Hold on. Right. leaning into also like the entrepreneur side of things, because entrepreneurship is as broad as you can get. Like it covers every single sector of life, every single facet of business. The topic of entrepreneurship is very broad, but also still niche at the same time. So I think like also in addition to that, um, you know, targeting, talking about language that's based around like entrepreneurship. You can also talk about online business because you are also that now. So you're not just former NFL player Sidney Tarver, Amazon DSP owner. You're also now digital real estate expert, YouTube creator, online educator, author. You're all of that now. So you can it would not look funny if you also talked about all of this other stuff related to entrepreneurship, mindset, all of that stuff. So I think that in and of itself, because one thing that separates you from 99.9% of the people on the planet is your mindset, the way you think. It's normal to you, the way you think is normal to you, but it ain't normal to most people. Most people don't have a mindset that you have. Self-motivated, you know, understanding delayed gratification. I would tap into my personality, the way I am on a daily basis, and talk about every single thing that makes me me. And I think your mindset is the number one to me. Mindset, because your mindset inspires your work ethic. Another thing you do, you're a risk taker. You're not afraid of taking risk. And you see something. So you was what? A lineman? Linebacker. AKA you running into a moving train. So you see a train coming to you, and instead of running away from it, you run right into the train. So most people don't have that, man. Most people are trained to seek comfort. Most people are trained to seek safety. You run right into it. You also will say, man, there's an opportunity in this city right here. All right, I'm gonna just book a ticket and I'm gonna just show up. I never heard anything about this particular software. I'm curious about it. I'm gonna book a ticket. I'm gonna show up. This person has in the class over here. I'm gonna book a ticket. I'm gonna show up. Your same capability to run into a moving train, aka another football player with a ball, translates into every other thing you do in your life. Which is, you done ran through so many walls that now it is lonely at the top. Because most people saw a wall and didn't even go through it. They stopped. You kept running through walls, right? So I think that you can build content around courage. You can build content around entrepreneurship. You can build, because there's only really three things that people really want to improve in their life: their health, their money, and love, relationships. So anything that you have had experiences with that you can wrap around those three things, you can make content about it all day long, in addition to the Amazon DSP side of things. But we must remember, like, why are we using Amazon DSP? First of all, it's easy to create that content. You got experience with it. Second of all, it's low-hanging fruit that most people don't have. And then also, so we are doing really, really well on the YouTube side of things, but we also must remember that YouTube is owned by Google. And the day that I see that we really have done a great job with Amazon DSP is when we start showing up right here in this feed. So that's when we've really, really starting to say, okay, Now let's see if we're on the second page. See, we ain't on the second page yet. Is that you right there? No, that ain't. See, this is where this is a that might be. Is that you? No, that's not you. See, we want to start. We want to get right here in this feed as well. So that means to me, there's still an opportunity to leverage tremendously leverage that key phrase because we're on the fifth page and I still don't see it. But you on the first page of where it counts, but also we want to be on the first page of here as well because people are still typing that in on Google. So wrapping all of that around that and then constantly telling people what you want them to do next. Okay, you've consumed the video, you watched the video about this. If you want to learn more, man, the only place to get me, you got to go to my community. If you want to contact me, if you want to get the full scoop, and then with the new platform, your new platform is going to be just like mine, where you're going to get more stuff that you will not get on my videos. This is where you can contact me. I might not answer you, but you can at least message me. You can find all my programs here. You can find all my blogs all nicely, neatly there. You can find more stuff about what I'm into and what my mindset is and this and that. So giving crystal clear call to actions, never forgetting about that because at the end of the day, YouTube, all of the Instagram followers and all of that stuff is great, but we must not remember that we renting that land. We don't own it. We renting it. You know what I mean? Like they changed the social media is bipolar. You know, one day they like you, one day they don't. You know, one day they so I want to own the audience, you know, because if I own the audience, now I become Amazon itself because now I have a cluster of data that I can analyze further. I can look at consumer behavior. I can reach out to my audience at a later date, email them different offers that I have. You know, I can move them from this platform to this platform now because I own that data. So that is the end all. That's the goal while we're getting awareness and making money in the short term. The goal is I want to own this audience because I own this audience. I really own this audience. Like at the end of the day, even if the internet went down, I can download all my contacts into a physical hard drive and save it until computers come back again. You know what I mean? Like that's assets. That's gold. So that's where it really, really, really matters. But I think there's a lot to do right here and there's something that we haven't seen yet that we can leverage, that we can monetize, that's wrapped around this particular thing that people are searching for. So that's where I think we are. But you know, online education is where it's at, and then treating your online just like you're doing the videos where you're like, I'm only gonna do one today, and this is what I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna talk about it in different areas or whatever. The same way we can create a system for online courses. I'm gonna do one course per month, and I'm gonna do one video per day. And at the end of the 30 days, that's my course. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, man. Let's crank this up. Let's crank this soldier boy. Let's do it, man. Well, I'm gonna get on to the next one, bro. And if you have some ideas, you know, you got open range with me. We really locked in. So um Right, right. And then you can also, even if that doesn't fly in there, you can also, target the other words we was talking about, like, NFL or entrepreneurship, mindset, online business, digital real, all that stuff you can talk about, because you're like an octopus at this moment. Like, you're in Sydney Tarver's in the center, and then one arm is DSP, the other one is author, the other one is online content creator, the other one is mindset. You got all these arms now that you can talk about, that clusters around Sydney Tarver. And then also some of the content that you want to make, again, I always think about this. Some content I make is going to feed my pocket, and other content is going to feed my soul. And sometimes the content that I make to feed my soul won't feed my pocket right now, but I need to do that's just as important as the content that's going to feed my pocket. Because I love numbers, but I am not all numbers. I'm also a soul that has to say whatever is on my heart today. Maybe I want to talk about love today, and nobody's searching for that. I don't know, but I gotta say it, and I feel good about saying it. Like, I got one view on that video, and that's okay with me. So also reminding yourself of that, as long as you don't get, as long as you don't forget that numbers are important, but they're not the end all be all. Your soul is also important. Money is important, but also, like, I gotta say this about this, you know, mindset. Today I was thinking about mindset while I was working out, and I need to make a video. I want to make a video about that. So it's a never ending journey of self discovery and self expression, and data analyzing. Like, I need to analyze the data, but I also, so it's a combination of things. I call it scientific art. It's not just science. It's not just art. I know a lot of starving artists. I also know a lot of people that are very analytical and they ain't eating really good. But where you make magic meets the money is when science meets the art. I got the data, I know what people are searching for, and then I got the art, which is the soul. They can't get this soul. They can get the data anywhere, but they can't get this soul anywhere but here, baby. And that's where Sydney Tarver comes into place. So I would say finding a way to look at the data by looking at these titles that other people are having. But then you take the data, you add more data to it, which is, your target niche, but then you insert your soul into that title as well. That's where it's going to really stand out. And then also reminding yourself that, hey, numbers are great, but I have to remember as well that I'm not in the business of chasing. I'm not in the business. Okay, I am a gardener, but I'm not in the business of just planting seeds that grow today. I am in the business of planting seeds that continue to grow over a lifetime. And that might mean I might plant a seed today, AKA I might drop a video today that nobody watches. And that might mean I need to change the title, or it might mean the title is great as it is, but the masses haven't come around to searching for it in that form yet. And maybe something else occurs in life that triggers a group of people to now start searching for this thing related to a video that I made 5 months ago. Right? So it's that game that we're playing. Now, if we was on TikTok, it would be a different story. It would be, oh shit, that video only got 20 views today. We screwed. That video's dead. We gotta either repost it, redo it. But with YouTube, it's different. It's like, it's heartbeat, but it's also data at the same time, and it's timing. It's timing, that time. Now, if we really want to run it up, again, we got that other method where we take a video that's already doing well and we run that as an ad. We monetize that two ways. We're going to get paid off the ad, and then we'll also get, if we're sending that traffic to an offer, will also get paid off of them buying the offer as well. So now we double dipping. Yeah. So you in the money. You just right now you're trading stocks. You're doing both. So some people are into long-term investments and some people are into day trading. You and I are in the business of both. I want to make some money today for sure, but I'm also investing for the long term. So some of my stocks that I invest in is going to be boring. I got money. I got automated money going into Dillard's every single day. Automated money going into um, REITs, real estate investment trust every single day. So that's the boring stuff. But I'm doing that for the long haul. But then also I heard that this altcoin uh, Elon Musk just tweeted a picture of a random, and I think that might mean that he is, the altcoin might move tonight. So I might need to. So I'm also doing that as well, where it's like I'm a bunny rabbit, but I'm also a turtle. It's the rabbit. I'm moving real fast like the turtle tortoise, or the not tortoise, but the rabbit. And then I'm moving really, really slow like the tortoise on one end. Some content I get, it's gonna pop today. Some of it, I'm gonna drop it today. It's just gonna move slow. It's different today. It's like because now we got machine learning. Like it's when I first got introduced to machine learning, I never felt excitement and fear at the same time. I was like, because back in the day, whatever you programmed a piece of software to do, that's all it did. It didn't do anything else. Whatever you programmed the computer to do, that's all it did. It didn't do anything else. But now you're telling me that my computer is about to start thinking? What are you talking about right now? You know what I'm saying? Like when I first got introduced to and I'm still going through the emotions of it. When I started understanding, like, hold up, so the computer is about to start thinking, because you remember, all right, and this is when I knew it was like official. Back in the day, if you posted, let's say you had a Facebook business page, you posted let's say 1,500 people followed your Facebook business page. When you posted something on that Facebook business page, all 1,500 of those people, if they logged in today, they saw your content because they followed you and you posted. When I knew machine learning had entered the picture is when you still had 1,500 followers on your Facebook business page and you hit a post and only 5 people saw your post. I'm like, so what do you mean? So the algorithm is another way of saying machine learning. And Facebook said, hey, it told its software, hey, I don't care if they got 1,000,000 people following them on their Facebook business page. Do not show it to only show it to 300 of them because we need to make some money. And we want them to pay to get in front of the other people that decided to follow them, even though they already following them. So that's where machine learning into the picture. And the machine said, oh, okay, so based off of what you just told me, they got 1,500 followers and I'm only gonna show it to 5 of them. And then Facebook says, good. Now that valuation that we had before we made $1 is actually becoming true because we getting paid off of ads now, which I get is business. So what that means is Facebook and they only care. I thought about this the other day. I'm pulling into a driveway. I'm pulling into a parking lot. Somebody walks out the store and just walks right in front of my car without stopping. And I think to myself, isn't it funny how if that same person was in the car, they would call the person that walked in front of their car a dumbass? But now because they got out of the car and became a pedestrian, they acted like a pedestrian and forgot the rules of a car. Like, don't just walk in front of the car. You know what I mean? So, so in that same regard, in that same regard, we have forgotten that there is an actual machine behind these social media platforms that are going to behave in a way that's in favor of the social media platform. And all that software cares about is not you as a driver of a car. It cares about you when you get outside of the car and become a pedestrian. AKA, it doesn't care about you as a content creator. It cares about you when you become a consumer. Because Facebook is only trying to show people stuff that's going to keep them watching. So machine learning is only going to show them things that they think other people are going to want to watch. It is wild. So it's not fair. Like it's not where I got a million followers and a million people see it now. It's I don't give a fuck if you got a million followers. We need to make some money because we're LinkedIn and we're only going to show you. We're only going to show your video to 5 people right now. Unless it's super dynamic and it just happens to go viral because Tom, who has 20,000 followers, decided to share it. And I get it. But so we have to remind ourselves that it is a game. It's a lot, but that's why I say you have to fall in love with like doing it because if not, it'll frustrate the heck out of you because just the nature of the game is these platforms are businesses. So we have to fall in love with like the process of content creation and know that at the end of the day, I'm trying to get people to come back to Web Asset Group. Don't follow me on TikTok. Follow me over on Web Asset. Webassetgroup.com. Right, right, right. That's it, man. Well, much love, my brother. Let's linky link and let's keep going. All right. Appreciate you. Talk to you soon. Peace.